Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. Finally back from the trip in Copenhagen. Video will be on this coming soon. Yeah, just it was actually kind of cool. I almost made it to day two. So yeah, that was but yeah, just 5 wins, 4 losses. If I had 6 wins, 3 losses, I had a chance. There are 12 people who actually made it to top 64 because of this, and yeah, it's but yeah, just needed one more win, really, but yeah, that was my first time, with Amiet Titan, so yeah, but it was actually fun. So yeah, it's, yeah, it's um pretty cool, and yeah, but yeah, now finally back, and and it's and it's basically, and we're gonna do the last spoilers for Dominaria United. So uh so yeah, we got a combo and a Nonbow, and then we also got top 10 legendaries from um from the new Dominaria United 30th anniversary for Magic the Gathering. So yeah, let's go into the combo. It is. We got Pestermite and Splinter Twin. That's the Splinter Twin combo. That is the reason why Splinter Twin got banned from Modern. So yeah, and so Pestermite would be, it's a 3 mana 2/1 with flash and flying, and when enters battlefield, you may tap or untap target permanent. And the Splinter Twin's a 4 mana aura, chance creature, and chance creature has tap, clone itself onto end turn. So you know you know how this is, and yeah, it's a really cool card. So yeah, and now, yeah, that's the combo of the week. Now it's time for the Nonbow of the week, and it is. Um. Well, okay. So I mean, it's an non-bow. Like you've silver bordered. So yeah, but the thing is, it's the thing about this combo is that is that um so yeah, here's the thing about this non-bow. So um it's R&D secret lair, basically. um Allows it, it's a legendary land, that play cards as written, ignore all errata, and tap to add one colorless, you know and yeah, and then if you play something that has no text, if you play a no text card, it literally does nothing because it has no text, so be careful with that. Because I mean, we might actually get silver bordered cards back in Commander, so yeah, if you're actually playing, the special no text versions, uh well, yeah, it's you just gotta be careful, and yeah, you understand. So yeah, let's just go in to number 10. And it is, we got Jodah, the Unifier. Wooburg 5/5 legendary human wizard with legendary creatures you control get plus sets plus sets, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. So this it so this card is basically just like uh kind of like coat of arms or sliver legion, but instead of of creating slivers and instead of doing it for creature types, this actually does it for legendary creatures, but only one side. It only affects you. And then when you cast a legendary spell from your hand, um, wait, yeah, okay. So basically, your legendary spells from your hand have legendary cascade. So yeah, why don't they just make a new mechanic called legendary cascade? And and that'll make things easier. So yeah, and yeah, it's actually quite the interesting one. So yeah, it literally just this is a this is gonna be a cool card, for a legendary commander deck. You can have like there's gonna be so many different variants for legendary creature types. For not legendary creature type, legendary creatures. Legendary tribal or something. Um, this would be like the new commander probably because it basically um legendary cascade and your legendaries get stronger for other legendaries. So yeah, your legendary creatures basically. So yeah, that's number 10. This is going to be really good for commanders. Let's just go into number 9. And it is. We got Ertai resurrected as our number 9. So, um, Ertai is the legendary format 3 to legendary fighting human. I think it was human. Yeah, let me check. Ertai, Ertai. What? Um, how does Bailoff Burrito have Ertai in the name? Oh my god. Enter Entertainer has Ertai in it, but yeah, 4 mana free 2 legendary fires in human wizard. With flash and enters battlefield, um disallow, and then the controller draws a card. Or um hero's downfall and its controllers draws a card. Whatever you do, it's gonna draw the card back. But you know, there's actually a cool thing you can do with Ertai. I mean, you can use it, as to counter your opponent's stuff. But hey, what if you use it, to counter some bad trigger that's gonna happen, to one of your creatures, like Fire Sin Dreadnought, for example. You just counter that. You cast Fire Sin Dreadnought, then you flash in Ertai, counter your own Fire Sin Dreadnought ability. You draw a card, and you literally have a a 4 mana free 2 and a 1 mana 12/12, and you actually got a card back. That is actually a really good card. That is why this is gonna be really played, really powerful. This is gonna be um this is actually gonna be played like in so many decks. And this is just a really powerful card. And I think I think Ertai is gonna see play at least in Commander. I mean, this might do some combos and other formats probably. Maybe he's too slow. That's one issue that I see with Ertai. He's probably too slow. So yeah, and yeah, it's and but yeah, that's why I put him number 9. I don't know if he's gonna get um if he's better, but I think yeah, the other ones are better probably. Let's just go into number 8, and this Rathadravic of Herborg. 4-mana free legendary zombie wizard with Vigilance, Ward 2, and your other zombies have Vigilance. And when another legendary creature you control dies, put a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and it's a 2/2 zombie. In addition to its other types. So here's the cool thing about this, your legendary creatures, they die, then they come back. They're not legendary, you get a duplicate of the same creature, a 2/2 zombie that isn't even legendary. So you can even reanimate or even clone it as well, because it's not even legendary. You can do so many tricks with it, and it is actually really cool. This is gonna see play. Not just zombie tribal, but legendary tribal, and yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Yeah, this is actually a really cool card. So yeah, and yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, Ratchet Drabic is gonna be a good one, And not only that, it gives your zombies vigilance, so you can just constantly attack with zombies, and then they'll just be able to defend as well. So, and even do, tricks, like Crypt Breaker, and other stuff, So this is actually a really good card. So yeah, so yeah, and then you can even, and then. So this is something you can also play in the Legendary's commander deck as well, because it also interacts with legendary creatures, and also you could do it either zombie tribal or legendary tribal, But I think it's better for legendary tribal, because then the legendaries will become zombie non-legendaries afterwards, So you can duplicate them and other stuff, You can even sacrifice Ertai, yeah, and then just and then comes back. It's a 2/2 zombie. Redo the ability, and it's not even legendary. So you can actually do some really cool really cool tricks. Draw cards even. Yeah, and yeah. Let's just go in to the number 7, and it is. We got Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. 2-mana, 2/1 legendary fairy rogue with flying, and whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy, you may copy that spell. The copy targets Ivy. So the cool thing is about Ivy is that basically when you or someone else, casts something that will target something, you can actually take one copy, for Ivy. You can, for example, enchant Slippery Boggle, for example, with ethereal armor. That is one example. But then you can even give Ivy a clone ethereal armor for itself, So there's another. That's a cool thing you can actually do, So with Ivy, and then but then if the opponent also does something, like what giant growth on one of their creatures or something, or even do an aura, even like bestow, for example. Bestow would be I think bestow with this would actually be really cool, But I don't know. But then what? You just and then opponent casts something, then you actually get a clone for Ivy as well of the same thing. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, let's just go in to the number 6. And it is. So we got Karn, Living Legacy. So yeah, Karn Living Legacy, 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Karn. Plus what? I think I think there we go. I think that's better. 4 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Karn. +1. Um, create a taps Power Stone token. -1. Um, Memory Deluge, but only for 1 card, basically. But you actually get to. But instead, you have to pay like the mana, any mana, then dig that many cards and take 1 card from it. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, and then -7, you get an emblem with tap an untapped artifact you control, deals 1 damage to any target. So, um, and yeah, it's a really cool card, So yeah, but I mean, there's the other planeswalkers in the set are better. So yeah, but I think this card might actually have like a good future. I think this might be played in some other decks as well. Like what? Some Tron. I mean. Um. I think Green Tron or something. I don't know. I mean, this is gonna be played. I have big expectations for Karn because +1 will generate some Power Stones, which then will ramp you mana to cast artifacts. Maybe even like what? I think Affinity could play this card. Yeah, I think Affinity. Like um, it's probably gonna play this. And and yeah, like Affinity's gonna. Yeah, this card's just gonna be played in Affinity. There's no way it's not. Like I mean, it generates Power Stones. Like it generates artifact tokens that don't even use that are reusable. It's not like what shards, treasures, gold, Ethereum cells, um, food, clues. They just you use them once. But then Karn creates Power Stones. Power Stones are legit just usable. You can use the Power Stones like any number of times. You just keep on generating mana. I mean, you can keep on using mana, casting artifact spells. And it's really good. Like you just keep on stacking them up as well. So yeah. Karn Living Legacy is probably gonna see play in some artifact decks. So let's just go into number 5, and it is Timeless Lotus. 5 mana legendary artifact, Timeless Lotus enters tapped. Tap for Wooburg. This is one of the few artifacts. I don't know. Not sure if the few or like even like well, I think like the first artifact. I don't know. I mean, this is this enters tapped. But I mean, it legit taps for 1 of each color. Like this is probably better. Than I mean, Knit's Lotus is better than this, of course. Because it's devotion and stuff, and just keeps on generating a lot of mana. But this probably a replacement for Lotus Bloom. No, Gilded Lotus, not Lotus Bloom. Sorry, Gilded Lotus. 5 mana, tap for free mana of any color. This is probably better because what? It's 5 mana, enters tapped, and it generates Wooburg. So it gives you the mana back already. Like I mean, enters tapped, but if you have something, I don't know if this is definitely Commander Wooburg. Every Wooburg deck is gonna have this card, in Commander. But what I wonder is if this card could be played in Modern, because Amulet Titan is a thing in Modern, so, and it plays with Amulet of Vigor. With Amulet of Vigor, it already gives you the mana back. You spend 5 mana, cast a Timeless Lotus, and you already have, and you can already tap for 5 mana. And then afterwards, it's an extra 5 mana ramp, you know, like. But if you have 2 amulets, this is 5 mana to generate 10 mana, and then constantly get like a 5 mana ramp, you know. So this, I mean, I don't know. I mean, uh, like, I could be wrong when I say this could be played in modern. You know, I think this might actually have like, I have big expectations for this card. You know, I've actually, I think this card might actually be played in Amulet Titan, but I mean, I could be wrong. You know, like I said, this this might be wrong, but I think this could actually, you know, be played in modern. I don't know. I mean, I think definitely a commander. That's definitely a commander card. But the issue, you know, it's legendary, so you cannot stack Timeless Lotuses, you know. But I mean, in commander, you're only gonna have one, you know. So yeah, but that's. I mean, this podcast is dedicated to legendary cards, so yeah, of course we have to put Timeless Lotus in there. That's just, and legendary cards, you know, where they played the legendary creatures, you know, you gotta have a legendary creature, the commander, you know. And this podcast is mainly for commander, but I mean, of course, we got some planeswalkers and discard, you know. So yeah, let's just go into number 4, and it is Jodah, the Apocalypse. Is this 4 mana? Wait. I don't know. Wait. Jodah, and yes, 4 mana, 4/5 legendary Fire Sin Predator. With Death Touch, whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. When an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. And yeah, we're missing the new. We're missing the final. The final Edge Norn, which will probably be seen in the Brothers' War, the last of the 5 Praetor remasters. You know, so yeah, this is actually gonna be really cool. So yeah, just so yeah, and this yeah, this is actually good. You know, this shoulder is actually a good one. I mean, the other one is better because forces the opponent to sacrifice, and then lets you reanimate. But this is like, this has Death Touch. You know, it's also an above average creature, 4 mana, 4/5, but it has Death Touch. And then whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life, and then when an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So like all the Fire Red Sin Praetors, you know, all of the Praetors have a positive ability for you, and the opposite for the opponent, you know. So that's the really cool thing about Praetors. And the thing is that there's like 1 for each color, you know. There was 1, you know, for each Fire Sin Praetor, but now there's gonna be 2, you know, for each two of each Predator. And now it's 9, but there's gonna be 10, you know. So yeah, we got like 2 Orobrasks and 2 Jin-Gitaxias, 2 Sheoldreds, 2 Vorinclets. I mean, last year we got Vorinclets introduced, but now this year they're releasing 3. So I think the last one's gonna be this year as well. So yeah, this this is actually gonna be a really cool one, you know. So yeah, and yeah, let's just go in to the number 3, and it is we got Jaya, Fiery Negotiator. 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Jaya. +1. Create a 1/1 monk of prowess. So we got the new monastery mentor, basically, you know. But -1. As our top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them, you may play that card this turn. -2. Choose target creature an opponent controls. Whenever you attack this turn, Jaya deals damage equal to the number of attacking creatures to that creature. And -8, you get an emblem of whenever you cast a red instant sorcery, copy it twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. So, yeah. This is a really cool one because, you know, it basically can legit, you know, it can basically, you know, like start cloning your red instants and sorceries, as it's also just like it's a new Chandra Torch of Defiance, you know, because she's a 4 mana 4 loyalty planeswalker with 4 planeswalker abilities. So this is a big thing, you know. This is actually really good because you know, with this it's really cool, you know. So and plus Jaya creates, you know, monks. So this could be played, you know, in some Jeskai control and mid-range decks, similar to Monastery Mentor. Not just modern, but I mean, this could be in Legacy as well, you know, because, you know, Legacy has its Miracles control deck, or just control in general, you know. So, but I don't know. I mean, Monastery Mentor's 3 mana. You should get that. But I mean, Jaya's 4 mana. But here's one thing about control decks. Control decks actually make it to the late game. So mana cost doesn't really matter when it comes to win cons and stuff, you know. So, I mean, Jaya could be a possible contender to some control decks, you know. So, also, Jaya can give you temporal card advantage, you know, because you can -1 to basically do a magmatic channeler ability to just take the top 2 cards and play one of them, you know, and you know that one you can choose, you know. I mean, well, it could be a card engine, you know, I mean, or something, you know, something that will draw you cards for real, you know, like what, Brainstorm, for example, and yeah, and then you would actually get cards in your hand or something, or I don't know. I mean, Teferi, for example, that will actually draw you cards, you know. Jace the Mind Sculptor, but I don't know. I think Jaya is actually gonna be playable, probably. So yeah, let's just go into number 2. And it is Ajani, Sleeper Agent. We got the second Phyrexian Planeswalker of this set, you know. So basically, it's a 4 mana 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker Ajani. Yeah, Phyrexian even. But here's the thing, you know, he has completed. So, you know that Phyrexian hybrid mana, if you pay life, it's gonna be a 2 loyalty planeswalker, not a 4 loyalty, but +1. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, put it in your hand. Otherwise, you may put it on the bottom of your library. -3. Distribute 3+1 counters among up to 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance on turn. -6. You get an emblem of whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. So you can shoot off your opponent poison counters, you know, and actually kill them in 5 creatures, probably. You can just cast 5 creatures and then infect the opponent, basically, you know. This could be played in infect decks, but I mean, too slow probably for infect, you know. I mean, what, 3 mana? But I mean, 3 mana, and then you can't even do the -3. But if you do 4 mana, you can do the -3. But what, 4 mana +3/+3? Nah, 3 mana, and then not even be able to do +3/+3 on the first turn. Not even that good, you know. I mean, but I mean, this is gonna be a good one, you know what I mean? Already, Ajani's worth like this Ajani is worth like $10, the base version, and the alternate art is worth $20. The Phyrexian Showcase version. Um, so yeah, there's like alternate art showcase, Phyrexian Showcase, and there's even a collector booster version, I think, or I don't know. Ajani has two alternate art versions, uh, and two showcase versions, plus then the standard version. So Ajani has 5 different versions, just like Teferi. No. Teferi, like the Teferi from M21 actually had 9 different versions, not 5. Sorry, I mean he had like 4 normal arts, 4 showcase arts, and 1 alternate art. So yeah, I mean, but the only real difference for Teferi was that the color was different, Except I mean, the alternate art only had 1 variant, but there's 1 legendary card that's better. The best one in the set right now. We got Liliana of the Veil. Yup, she's back. 3 mana, 3 loyalty, that legendary planeswalker. Liliana with +1. Each player discards a card. -2. Target player sacrifices a creature. -7. No. -6. Sorry. Target player, separates the permanents in 2 piles. Select one of the piles, and that player, sacrifices um sacrifices that pile. So yeah. And she's a modern classic, this card's played in lots of modern decks. I mean, Jund, Death Shadows even, uh and Rakdos decks as well. Now that Liliana's gonna get added to Pioneer and to Standard, and also Liliana's the first ever Planeswalker to get reprinted in a Standard set that isn't a core set. So yeah, that is actually a really cool thing that they're doing it in Magic the Gathering, and yeah, that's actually really cool. The first ever, I think, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, but I mean, this is a really cool one, and yeah, and yeah, and the thing about about Liliana of the Veil, um, it can kill off boggles and other stuff, and Liliana is a really good removal, and also can slice off your hand literally, like, and that's a really cool thing about Liliana, and yeah, I mean, no one does her ultimate, but I mean, now that Lydia's gonna be played in Standard and Pioneer, this is gonna have some interactions. Jund's gonna become a thing now. Maybe even Racked, because I mean, but I think Jund is gonna be a thing because we got a new Lorgoyf, which is just like Tarmogoyf, but only tracks it's like, no, I mean, Herborg Lurgoyf literally the same thing as like Lurgoyf, but one-sided with with 1 extra tough. No, Lurgoyf already had that 1 extra toughness, so Lurgoyf is like Lurgoyf, but only one-sided. That's why it's half the mana cost, But it has kicker costs that allow you to mill, for each time you kick it, So a double kicker actually. It's 2 mana, so I think this new Herborg Lurgoyf might be the new Tarmogoyf. Also, some time, but yeah, congratulations! You've reached the end of the podcast. I mean, this is actually an upcoming video that I will be releasing soon. And a trailer actually. So because I saw that these are trending, and why not try and make one myself? So this is my first teaser for that video, and yeah, it's gonna be funny as well. And yeah, hope you like it. could even have some original soundtrack in there, you know? So, yeah. But congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow Ertai? Share friends, stay tuned to this video, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday at 6:30 CET, so stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Also, check out Fatal Grips. If you use code Dante the Snake, you will get a 10% discount when buying any product from them. And it also helps support the channel as well. So please do so. And also you can check out other links in the description. Join the Discord server. It's and you can know about any channel updates and even talk to other fans of the channel about the channel, you know, or about Magic the Gathering. Even claim yourself some free MTGA codes if you want some MTGA codes. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And bye.